Welcome to Kickstarter Radio 102.4, and today we're looking at Artisans of Splendent Vale. This is looking like it could be one of the best kids games on Kickstarter for the year 2021. Oh, it does look exciting, and our host is excited too, so Lipstickpaddy, please take it away. Well, hello from the west coast of Mexico. It is I, Lipstickpaddy. Thunderstorms overhead for the third night on the trot. Oh, electricity might get cut, but hey, Artisans of Splendent Vale is here. Oh, lightning flashing out the windows here. Ooh, getting cagey. I want to do this recording though for Wednesday for you peeps, as this is a real special Kickstarter. I'll tell you now, Artisans of Splendent Vale, this is mesmerizing. Highly surprised this didn't get covered at Gen Con last weekend, because it's a nuclear bomb on Kickstarter is what this is. But reasons for that, I'll put a link above. Thank you, editor. Anyhow, oh, this is like massively merging lots of things. If you're a parent, you owe it to yourself to get this for your child, for your kids, because it doesn't feel like a board game. In fact, it is part board game, part role-playing game, part choose-your-own-adventure. There's a lot going on here. It's really, really cool. Now, 2 to 4 player, you can play it solo, but it's going to be a less of an experience due to the way the characters develop. It's going to be, part of it is that you're going to be surprising each other, but so it's not recommended, but you can do it, of course. And if you're playing 2 players, the other 2 characters here will be NPCs in your story, so it's really nice how it's running. Now you can see the box here. It's an absolute massive box, and it's probably announced the size of the box. It's looking like almost one of these big Kellogg-sized boxes, but it might get bigger. They're stretching, it looks like, more stories out, and if this binder gets any bigger, it's going to be pushing the box bigger. So exciting. Now, 16-day campaign from Renegade. Welcome to the $100 campaigns. I think this is the first one that they've set out with that. And base pledge for the game, $99. And this is really good to see, because when the retail companies, publishers, are starting to put things on Kickstarter, you really want to see them stretch their wings and bring something that is way beyond the retail space, because often they're just bringing retail games over. But here we've got a proper Kickstarter from Renegade, and it's mega exciting. In fact, this is going to be almost Kickstarter exclusive. It will appear on the Renegade shop. It will appear at maybe conventions, but it is not going to go to retails unless a retailer specifically buys a retail pledge. But it's not going mass market retail. That's been confirmed. All right, day 1. I'm a little bit shocked. It's only got 73,000, but you can blame the coverage at Gen Con for that, because it should be way beyond this, because it's a remarkable achievement what they've got here, and it's a grand vision, and it looks like, from all the playthroughs that I've looked at today, it's looking very accomplished. Now the art style, it's funny, because on the Flamecraft website they were doing art like this, and the artist herself on Flamecraft said, these aren't final art because I need to put more depth to the colour, because it's a little bit not vibrant as she would have liked. And I think here, I think they could spruce up some of these colours to bring them out better. It looks like it needs another pass of colour. If it's on it, that's just my take of the art. Now it says age is 14 plus, but this is all really determined on the reading ability of your child. Possible 8-year-old with good reading could enjoy this game, and you are going to need to be able to read, or you'll be helping them with their reading, so you need to gauge that if you're buying this to play with your kids. The Renegade exclusive here just really talks about that, the exclusivity of the product. This is a legacy game as well, and the way your character develops and the way you're putting stickers on everything, it's yeah, there is recharge packs that you're going to need. It's not just the stickers. It's like the player potential books and there's like a lot. This kind of needs to be explained about what is the recharge pack, what does it contain, because other Kickstarters that have used stickers where there's recharge packs is Arkema, and there was so much, let's just say, complaints in the comments about it that the Arkema decided to bring out removable stickers, basically, so that we didn't need recharge packs, because you're paying $100 plus for your game. You don't want to be paying for recharge packs. That's the kind of feeling that backers have. Renegade themselves have said, though, that you'll be able to get these recharge packs on the website anyway, so there is that. Interesting dice, because when you roll all these dice, it becomes the communal dice pool that each player is going to be picking from. They might give you a defense during combat, or they might give you an extra attack, so you do something interesting. But I'll tell you what's interesting. When you're starting off, you're guaranteed to do an attack like 2 damage, right? And if you get the dice and you roll it and you get an extra attack on it, it goes to +1, which is 3 damage. That's 50% damage. 50%. It's massive as a buff to get from the dice. So it feels really cool if you're going to be breaking these out. Now the standees here, they're coming, looks like screen printed, and partly the reason they are these little, not standees, the meeples, is because the book is fairly small. And that might just be the prototype, because if the book is the size of this big box here, it should be bigger than what we've seen on the prototypes, because if anything, the book is fairly small. And if you're playing 4 players with a small page, you're going to be handing it around. It seems a little small, but hopefully it is actually bigger when it gets produced. I always am concerned about these book stories. Alright. Let's pop down. Here is the big pledge then. Now, I've recently been playing Wasteland 2nd edition Kickstarter over the Gen Con weekend, and it's really, really cool. You're all coming from an adventure book, right? But here, each character has their own individual book, and when you're going around the map, certain characters will notice things or see things another character doesn't see, and they'll be able to search that object from the book then and tell the other person what they've found. That's exclusive to that character's book and choose your own adventure. So if you're playing with different characters, you'll have like a big difference, and there's like heavy character development, heavy things are coming in this book with each character. Now it's funny because we've got all of this woke stuff going on, and it's like, where's the white dude? And there's no representation here of a white dude, is there? It doesn't really matter for me. I think if I'm playing, I'm going to go with this Soraya Janelle, the big burly black lady here. She looks my cup of tea. If I'm often playing a role-playing game and I pick a warrior, I like to make them burly, and black with short hair is the way I go. I usually make them blacker though, as if they're from the heart of Africa, but hey, you know, it is what it is. And maybe there could be a unlock of a white person as a 5th character, but that would be like a big stretch goal, because 270 pages in each of these books. They come in their own tuck boxes, and they come with all their own skills, and really the way the character develops. They've got their own skill tree, because these characters aren't your normal class types at all. Serana here is a mason, one douche is an artificer, you can't really see yet, one's an apothecary potion lady, and I can't read that one. I can't remember what the Farah person is. Anyway, we might get more information as we go down, we should do. Here you can see the individual skill trees from each character. Here, how unique they are, the different colours, and damage dials as well. It is interesting how they've got different trees. It really makes each character so much different, and that everything about your character is going to feel unique to the other person. Yeah, screen printed meeples coming out the gate. It all looks nice, and maybe would have preferred an option to get maybe acrylic standees. They would have been nice as well, because you get more art on acrylic standees. You could have actually got the art of your characters on a standee, but yeah. Notice you've got the Rosha here, who's a dog, and the dog is predominantly featured down below in the stretch goals, who's finding stuff. But it is interesting, they're showing you all the kind of monsters here. Is there no like secret monsters we're going to be getting? It's kind of open in your face here. So, the action book. Excuse me. It's interesting because not only are you going to be using this book, but the book might have, let's say, this tent that we can see here. But when you go near the tent, the map for that tent is inside the character's book. And each person might have a map of the tent inside their books, but they'll be able to see different things. So there's heavy, you've got the dice pool in the middle you're pulling from, you've got your books that are all telling each other stuff that you found that the other person cannot see. There's lots of interaction going on, and it feels like you are building like this nice team. What I like about it as well is this card box here. 217 cards coming in without stretch goals. It's metallically opened, and it's like you do stuff and you're then going to find the number in the deck for that item. A lot of these items are specific to characters. You can see skills that are coming out for characters. And yeah, certain double-sided cards, and yeah, all sorts of cool stuff. You get some, on the back of the cards, you get some more story as well, that's relevant. 70 stickers, and these stickers look big, don't they? They're going to be replacing your player character's player screen. So these are kind of meaty stickers. They're not small, and in fact all the cards in the game are tarot size. They're really oversized. They're big. And they've actually said that these cards actually fit in the tuck box where you're just going to be pulling them out. There's no real need to sleeve the cards is what they've really said, so that's fairly nice. The foldable adventure log here, it's got loads of locations that don't have names on, so there's going to be stickers coming in here maybe, or you're going to be writing the name of it on the map, but that's the legacy part that's coming in. The component box, terrain tokens, an interactive tracker. Interesting, it's got a timer on it. These are subject to change as well, so this might get stretched as well. If you're paying $100 for your game, maybe one of these will go wooden or something. I'm just kind of hypothetically thinking what might get stretched in the game. So yeah, cooperative, story-driven adventure through the Splendent Vale. Looks like a wonderfully fancy title. Plays one of 4 diverse and unique characters, each with their own specialised crafting skills. Yes, there's lots of crafting. Your choices will determine your adventure path through each of the adventures, so there is branching storylines, and Renegade have said it's roughly a 50-hour campaign, so there's a lot here. It really is. Now, replayable using the recharge pack. It replaces cards and story maps that have been stickered or modified during the journey. Potentially resealable stickers not going to happen. Now, the videos are all very good. You can notice here, upgrade your character, change your appearance while you upgrade your character sheet with stickers of the items, abilities, and even the injuries you gain along with your journey. This is amazing. Look, the how the character art gets updated. Very swish. Sandbox style gameplay. Yeah, you've got the whole map. You choose your own direction you want to go. You choose your own path. Choose the narrative. And so much fun. Like, it's really super ambitious. At the Fantasy Flight Gen Con experience, one of the questions they asked, well, what would a Fantasy Flight legacy game look like? And it's like, something like this. You know, designer Nikki Valens used to work with you peeps, and you could have done this at Fantasy Flight. But yeah, they're going through transition period with the design house, aren't they, at Fantasy Flight, so. Diversity focused. Explore the bright and colourful world as 4 QTPOC characters brought to life by a diverse team of writers, artists and consultants. Is QTPOC? I don't know what that is. I really don't know what that is, dude. But when you go down to the designers, they're using words that are diverse. $99 on the core pledge. Here we go, big with stretch goals. They do have a recharge pack coming in here, putting the $15 on. They have a big update, big all-in rather, with 3 plushes. This is becoming a really big thing with games, isn't it? Plushes to really knock up the pledge. Normally though, the plushes have to be emotive from you in the game, and really, who are these characters? It's like out of the blue, these plushes, so I'm not concerned too much. Probably go for the Koa Game Plus Recharge Pack is the way I want to rock and roll. Although when you see the plushies, you might change your mind. Now here he is, Farah. This is the strange thing, as it has these pronouns, Z and Zia. Zia Farah. Likes and dislikes, this is going to be part of the story. It's not telling me Farah's like class though, or you know, her Zia's ability here. Oh, it's there on the screen. It's a tailor. Very good. I'm an apothecary. Isn't apothecary a shop? Apothecarist? Is that not the person who works at an apothecary? Or is it a person who works at an apothecary a chemist? I don't know. Is the noun the same? The noun apothecary is the shop the same as the profession? That's very weird in English if it is. Javi here. Artificer. That sounds fantastic. Artificer's all about gems and magic, slotting things into armor and stuff. Soraya Janelle here, the buff warrior. Look at those pumps, arms, guns on her. The Mason. Love it. These videos are kind of in different parts of the Kickstarter, aren't they? Now, if you look at this art here with the frog and the character here, that's what the standees could have looked like with this beautiful art on. Ooh. I would have preferred acrylic standees, I'll tell you now. Now, the MVM video is fantastic. They are both obviously in love with what they've seen here, and it really brings over the charm of the game and how much fascination they have with it. You can click here, there's a good interview. Timestamps, you're going to have to click them yourself, but you can see it's roughly 15 minutes about the game that you can listen into. Very good. Here's Nicky Valance. I don't know why they've got this card announcing he's a non-binary freelance game designer. Does it really matter that you're non-binary? Pronouns they and them. Nicky, if you're watching, you're not a Mr., you're not a she. What is the new name for the pronoun that goes? You know, it's not Mr. Nicky Valance, and it's not Mrs. or Miss Nicky Valance. What is the new term? I don't know what that is. Please educate my unsheltered life here in Mexico. And also, Nicky, non-binary. Which toilet do you go in? I don't know. Because, you know, you've got male and female. Are they producing non-binary toilets in California? I guess they are, maybe. 3 toilets? It's interesting, isn't it? I have heard of architects that are doing toilets with just cubicles and a communal, like, wash area. So everybody gets their own cubicle, and all sexes are mixing inside it. So the men and women toilets could be a thing of the past, if you know, potentially. Here we go then. The stretch goals. Rosha the dog, with horns. It looks like. Go 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 go! Get stretching. Dun, 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 dun. Character book slipcase. This is nice. Upgrade to. Is this a metallic box with all the cards in? The book slipcase? Is this the slipcase that they're talking about up here? It looks like a different book. Different art on this one. I really don't know. This is... Okay, these two are related then if it just says book slipcase. It doesn't matter. It's going to get foil, emboss upgrade to the slipcase. Very sexy. New adventure. This is phenomenal. And wow, absolutely, they nailed that word there. I love stretch goals when they increase the adventure. That could be pushing it to 51 hours. Card index box upgrade. It's going to have magnetic closure on it. The Kickstarter previews had this already, so that was hardly a stretch, was it? Farah interludes. What? Farah was just playing with the K9. We'll have to hear and what. So if Farah's getting their own interludes, maybe the other characters are getting these too. Fifth character. Custom pencils. Huh? Well, you are going to be writing stuff down, so they're going to be putting pencils in the box, and they're going to be customs. Or, seeing as they're changing nouns in this game, like the dog is actually called a canine, is pencil something that we don't know? Do we? Because the picture here is alluding to some kind of creatures. For me, a pencil is something you write down with, but pencil, if they're changing the nouns in this fantasy game, then hey. A character book upgrade. We'll do some tinkering on our character books. I don't know what that means. The first update here is talking about the first unlock. So they are diving into these stretch goals. So I'm really interested to find out what these really mean. And hopefully it will go on its little journey. Now, meet our team. I don't know why they feel it needs to put a queer Egyptian game designer. And why has queer got a capital Q? It's not a pronoun queer. Colour me confused what's going on here. Anything except he. So Amir, obviously a guy with a dude, prefers to be called she. This is really weird stuff. It really is. It is really weird. I guess it's the, you know, the movement from California of exclusive, not exclusive, what's the word for it? You know, anyone can be whatever they want. Wasn't it always that anyway? I don't know. I guess these millennials don't remember, you know, they don't have an experience of the 70s punk era when you could be whatever you wanted, right? And if you're living in a big city, can't you get away with this stuff anyway? You don't need to announce it or stuff like this, but I don't know, but yeah, there's a huge team working on it, a lot of illustrators, designers as well, and yeah, it's fairly cool. Now, just be aware that the core price is X VAT. So when you factor in that, just for example with the US, it's actually coming in at a 114 pledge. So it is costing more than $100. Ouch. Now, if I'm looking at this though, the all-in pledge, the biggest shipping is 50 to New Zealand, and I hope Mexico fits somewhere in the Canadian range, as we are now in the same shipping region, which these shipping companies would realize that or reflect that in their pricing. Anyway, got the VAT guide here anyway to help countries out what it's going to cost. I like this transparency that they've got on, and the VAT guide. VAT can change, you know, if it's getting shipped in August of next year. Now, they've got that the Pledge Manager closes on November the 12th. It's another one of these Kickstarters where the Kickstarter ends, they're opening the Pledge Manager for 6 weeks. What is with that? When's it go into production? I really hate this. Can you not give people $1 to come in on here, and then December go in on your Pledge Manager to buy themselves this for Christmas? I mean, come on. Why is the Pledge Manager closing so early? I hate this stuff. Alright peeps, time for the final thoughts. Well, it looks like I've finally got the video done. I was worried the electricity was going to get cut off more than once, but hey. Artisans of Splendent Vale, this is an epic campaign, 50 hours plus that you can play with your kids. Amazing, so much fresh dynamics going on here, pulling in things from loads of games. And if you like your adventure games with a choose your own adventure, large campaigns with legacy components, this is it for you. Do we recommend it? Oh my god, I've been waiting for a game like this that I can play with my kids. Oh yeah, baby! So, yeah, definitely on board for this. Just get the Mexican shipping in, because I know the Pledge Manager is going to be closing soon, so I need to finance all of that jazz. And when I say finance, I don't mean I'm getting credit. No. This is just balancing the book around this so I can back other games. And this certainly is one of those monster games that I cannot ignore, because it's just one of these unique nuclear bombs that we always get this time of year. And in September, this is an absolute monster that's come to Kickstarter, and I expect this certainly to roll on. And yeah, let's see where it does stretch out. Well, there you go. That has been our take on Artisans of Splendent Vale. I hope you enjoy the content. Please like the video and think about subscribing if you like Kickstarter campaigns and all that good stuff. Well, I've been your host, Lipstickpaddy, today. You've been listening to Kickstarter Radio 102.4. You take care, stay safe, and bye-bye for now.